Ladies and gentlemen, from the bowels of corruption, breaking through the chains of deception, I am back to bring you this message. Let's talk about silence. Oh, not the comfortable kind. I'm talking about the loud, echoing silence that comes from a room full of public officials when they're handed information they'd rather not have. A few days ago, I sent an email to the Housing Authority board members, the City Council, and the County Judge. The subject line had a name in it. It wasn't pleasant. Attached was a police report about a sitting Housing Authority board member. We're talking about DWI and, of course, some other offenses obtained legally through a public information request from Midland Police Department in Texas. These aren't rumors. These aren't allegations. These are government documents. And the response? Crickets. Radio silence. Now look, I'm not naive. I don't expect a thank you note. But here's what I do expect. Acknowledgement. Okay? Something I did put in the email. I specifically cited 42 U.S.C. Section 1986. That's a Reconstruction era civil rights statute that most people have never heard of, but it carries a simple, powerful concept. Once you have knowledge of wrongdoing, and you have the power to prevent it, you can be held liable if you do nothing. And so, what I told him was, this email is notice. And once notified, action must follow. That's not a threat. That's the law. Under Section 1986, if you know about a wrong that's about to be committed and you neglect or refuse to prevent it, you can be on the hook for damages. There is even a 1-year statute of limitation for bringing such an action. So when I say knowledge can't be returned or ignored, I'm not being poetic. I'm being statutory. Now, does DWI automatically disqualify somebody from serving on a housing board? That's going to be a question for the attorneys in the enabling legislation that created the position. But here's what Texas law does say about certain boards. Under the Texas Property Code, for some associations, a felony conviction involving moral turpitude within the last 20 years triggers automatic removal. And while the housing authorities may have different standards, the principle remains: character counts, public trust matters. I reached out privately first, because that's how this should work. All right? I give the people in charge a chance to do the right thing before I go take it to the court of public opinion. But when the only answer is silence, then that's the answer I get. That's the answer I roll with. To the board members, the council members, and the county judge who received that email, you have knowledge under federal law. You can't unread it. You can't unsee it. The police report is there. The ball is in your court. To our listeners, folks, this is what transparency looks like. It's not always pretty. Sometimes it's just one citizen with a public information request and a microphone, wondering why the people we elected and appointed won't say a word when confronted with facts like these. I'll keep you updated. And if they break their silence, I will let you know. Until then, folks, like, follow, and share. And stay tuned.